So if I have to fall on my sword for expressing an honestly held opinion about Meghan Markle and that diatribe of bilge that she came out with in that interview, so be it.
March 8, 2021. Piers Morgan tells 17 million people he does not believe Meghan Markle.
Sorry, I don't believe a word she says, Meghan Markle.
Well, that's a
I wouldn't believe it if she read me a weather report. And the fact that she's fired up this onslaught against our royal family.
Within 36 hours, he loses a job worth £1.2 million annually. Walks off live television. Generates 54,595 complaints. The most in British broadcasting history. Everyone said he was angry. Everyone was wrong. Piers Morgan was not angry after Oprah. He was professionally wounded. And that wound destroyed his career. To understand Morgan, you have to go back 5 years.
Well, you know what, Jesse? It was incredibly glamorous to have all these superstars there, and it certainly made the event itself feel like a Hollywood Oscars night.
June 29, 2016. Morgan meets Meghan Markle at a pub in Kensington. 90 minutes. He writes she is strikingly beautiful, intelligent, ambitious. Believes they are friends. Meghan gets in a cab. Meets Prince Harry. Never contacts Morgan again. For 5 years, he will tell this story. Write 30 Daily Mail columns about her. All rooted in one night.
Do you see any of the real Diana in Meghan? Did you?
No.
Really?
No. Oh, sorry.
What people miss is that Morgan's obsession was never about romance or friendship. It was about professional validation. Morgan built a 40-year career on access, on being close to power, on knowing people who matter. His entire professional identity was that important people needed him. When Meghan ghosted him, she sent a message that he was not important enough. That once she had real power, Morgan became unnecessary. For a man whose career was built on mattering, that rejection cut deeper than any personal slight.
Every time I see her demanding to be called Duchess of Sussex, I laugh. Nobody in Britain calls her that. It's Meghan Markle. You know, she got lucky, met her prince, dragged him out of the bosom of his family.
March 7, 2021. 8 p.m. Eastern. Oprah airs. 17 million watch. Meghan says, I just didn't want to be alive anymore. Palace refused help. A family member questioned Archie's skin color. Charles cut Harry off financially first quarter 2020. Monday, March 8, 6 am. Morgan arrives at Good Morning Britain. Has not watched the full interview. But he knows what he will say. Because this is not about fact-checking. This is about wounded professional pride erupting. 6:30 am. Good Morning Britain goes live. Morgan's first words reveal everything. I'm angry to the point of boiling over, he says. This is a 2-hour trash-a-thon of the royal family. Then comes the sentence that will end his career. I don't believe a word she says, Meghan Markle. I wouldn't believe her if she read me a weather report. Here is the contrarian opinion that will make people uncomfortable. Piers Morgan had legitimate professional reasons to question Meghan's interview.
I'm sorry, I don't believe a word she says, Meghan Markle.
Well, that's a
I wouldn't believe it if she read me a weather report. And the fact that she's fired up this onslaught against our royal family, I think is contemptible.
Yet you continue to trash her.
Okay, I'm done with this.
No.
Sorry, no.
Sorry. Do you know what? That's pathetic.
You can trash me, maybe not my own.
No.
See you later.
I'm being...
As a journalist with decades of experience, he had covered royal family dynamics extensively. He knew palace protocols. Understood how the institution worked. When Meghan claimed she and Harry had a secret wedding 3 days before the official ceremony, Morgan's skepticism was vindicated later when the Archbishop of Canterbury confirmed that was legally impossible. When she implied Archie was denied a title due to race, Morgan correctly pointed out that titles follow the 1917 letters patent, not skin color. His professional instincts about some of her claims were right. But he destroyed any credibility by leading with, I don't believe a word she says. That blanket dismissal, especially of her suicidal thoughts, turned professional skepticism into personal vendetta.
Well, good evening from London. Welcome to Piers Morgan Uncensored. Today, Harry and Meghan torched what little was left of their relationship with the royal family and what little was left, frankly, of their own reputations. Last week was mostly sycophantic. This latest instalment was downright seditious.
The uncomfortable truth is that Morgan's response to the Oprah interview was not spontaneous rage. It was the culmination of 5 years of professional humiliation. Every time he wrote about Meghan, every time he appeared on television to discuss her, every time he told the ghosting story, he was trying to reclaim professional relevance, to prove that he still mattered, that she had made a mistake by cutting him off. The Oprah interview was Meghan's biggest moment, her highest profile appearance, and Morgan could not let it pass without inserting himself into the narrative, without making himself central to the story. Because if he stayed silent, he would be admitting that she had been right to forget him. By noon Monday, complaints flood Ofcom, the UK broadcasting regulator. 2,000, then 10,000, then 20,000. By end of day Monday, March 8th, the number hits 41,000. Mental health charity Mind releases a statement. ITV CEO Carolyn McCall tells reporters at an earnings call, "I completely believe Meghan Markle when she says she had suicidal thoughts." A public rebuke of her own star presenter. Morgan tweets that evening, "Freedom of speech is a hill I'm happy to die on. But this is not about free speech. This is about a man watching his professional world collapse in real time." The complaints keep climbing. 50,000. Then 54,595. The highest number for any program in Ofcom's 18-year history. Tuesday, March 9th. Morgan arrives at Good Morning Britain studios knowing the pressure is unbearable. Meghan has filed a formal complaint through her lawyers at Shillings. ITV executives have called repeatedly. Whether presenter Alex Beresford is on set. Not scheduled, but there specifically to confront Morgan. "I understand you had a personal relationship with Meghan Markle and she cut you off," Beresford says on air. "She's entitled to cut you off. Has she said anything about you since?" "I don't think she has. But yet you continue to trash her. This is the moment." Beresford has just said out loud on national television what everyone has been thinking for 5 years. That Morgan's vendetta is personal. That he was cut off. That she never thinks about him while he cannot stop thinking about her. Morgan stands, his face red. "Okay, I'm done with this." He walks off set. Live.
OK, I'm done with this.
No.
Sorry, no. Sorry.
Do you know what? That's pathetic.
You can trash me, maybe not my
No.
See you later.
I'm being...
Sorry, can't do
This is
this.
absolutely diabolical behaviour.
The clip goes viral instantly. Tens of millions of views worldwide. What Morgan does not realize in that moment is that by walking off, he has proven Beresford right. A professional journalist would have stayed, would have defended his position with facts and logic. But Morgan walks away because Beresford has touched the wound. The professional wound that has been festering for 5 years. The wound of being forgotten by someone he thought needed him.
I believe in freedom of speech. I believe in the right to be allowed to have an opinion. If people want to believe Meghan Markle, that's entirely their right. I don't believe almost anything that comes out of her mouth, and I think the damage she's done.
By Tuesday evening, ITV announces following discussions with ITV Piers Morgan has decided now is the time to leave Good Morning Britain. 6 years hosting Britain's #1 breakfast show. Gone. £1.2 million annually. Gone. The platform he used to stay relevant to prove he still mattered to insert himself into every major story. Gone. September 1st, 2021. Ofcom clears Morgan on free speech grounds. But damage is permanent. He is remembered as the man who walked off television, who could not handle being called out. April 25, 2022. Piers Morgan Uncensored launches on Talk TV. Ratings are weak. He is no longer must-watch television. The professional relevance he fought to maintain is gone. Not because of what he said, but because when confronted with his wounded ego on live television, he could not maintain composure. Piers Morgan was not angry after Oprah. Anger burns hot and fades fast. What Morgan felt was deeper. A professional wound that had been bleeding for 5 years. From the moment Meghan Markle got in that cab on June 29, 2016, and never looked back. Every column he wrote, every television appearance, every mention of her name. It was all an attempt to heal that wound, to prove he still mattered. But wounds do not heal through revenge. They fester. And on March 9, 2021, that wound destroyed his career. Not because he questioned Meghan, but because when someone finally said out loud that she had cut him off and moved on, he could not bear to hear it. Hit subscribe for more stories about professional wounds that destroyed careers.